Perhaps the most significant feminist of the last 3 decades is Monica Lewinsky. When Monica Lewinsky received some counsel she wasn't prepared to hear, she was in the midst of what she refers to as her dark decade. She had gone to study in London, hoping to start a new chapter in her life. However, when a master's degree was still insufficient for prospective employers to ignore her infamous history, the escape plan fell through. In 2010, a lecturer encouraged her to regain control of her tale over coffee. She remembers, "She told me that there must be a competing narrative when a narrative is given power. And you don't have a story," she continued. "Those in positions of authority have fled with your story." It is appropriate to state that her narrative is full of force. Lewinsky started an internship in the White House in July 1995, just when the United States was at the peak of its power in the military, economy, and culture. She giddily got into a tryst with her employer, who was one of the most popular Democratic presidents in the nation and the most powerful man in the world. Other than stating that she got caught up in a political and media frenzy, the rest hardly needs to be repeated. But 3 decades afterward, there has been a seismic change in our collective perception of Lewinsky's tale, in large part because she accepted that professors' counsel. When it comes to sex in the office, that woman, as Bill Clinton called her when he lied about their affair in January 1998, has come to represent our changing understanding of power relations. Lewinsky has always maintained that the affair was voluntary and devoid of violence, but in more recent times, she has criticized it for being a gross abuse of power since she was just a 22-year-old intern at the time. When she recounted her personal experience, the #MeToo movement was only getting started in 2017. The world has yet to figure out how to safeguard scandal victims, even if the #MeToo movement has partially rebalanced relationships between men and women. It has become worse, if anything. In a time when one's reputation may be destroyed on a global scale almost instantaneously, Lewinsky calls herself patient zero. Her tale predates social media, but it was the first time a sex scandal went viral in the internet era. The Drudge Report blog broke the news, and it bounced back between traditional media and modern websites that allowed users to post comments. It was a preview of things to come. Fueled by a strength that is still tinged with grief and resentment, the 52-year-old has miraculously overcome everything, with the obvious goal of utilizing her personal tragedy to safeguard others. She has established a career in media creation. Her most recent endeavor is a podcast called Reclaiming, in which she interviews celebrities about traumatic experiences and their sometimes complex aftermaths. Though not weighty, the incidents are profound. She remarks, "There are a lot of light moments and a lot of laughter. It demonstrates resiliency. It reflects who I am. I couldn't have made it through without giggling." Lewinsky's interview with the Australian Financial Review magazine in early July, when summer morning light pours into her Los Angeles home, demonstrates that lightness. She is direct, uses profanity for emphasis and humor, and advises that we must conclude at precisely 60 minutes so she can go to a therapy appointment. She is sipping tea and wearing a light black knit sweater.